Back in the basement.
Yeah, Resident Evil 0 looks different than I remember.
It's less pink.
But this is
I
less
think at
pink
this
than
point
Resident Evil
in
0
video-
usually is.
Yes.
I'm saying this not like ironically. This is not like kind of a dig or anything. I think that genuinely at this point in the indie game landscape, this to me is more indicative of an effective horror experience than a Resident Evil style basement would be.
Oh yeah.
Like this kind of like post Undertale horror. Like that's not exactly what I wanted to say, but like the kind of Garden of Banban, like
right, but
Doki Doki Literature Club, like
it is effectively
cheerful,
descriptive. Yeah,
yeah, effectively like cheerful lo-fi milieu as a lead up to a horror punch. Maybe just because, like, I only hear about games that look like this when that's what they're about 90% of the time.
It's also, like, it's sneaky because this could turn out to not actually be horror at all. Like, it could go a completely different direction and you're not really sure.
Well, as in the case of this
horror,
game, which I am at this point, if it has a horror twist, I think that's letting it down. I will say I would not be surprised if there is a twist that there are wrinkles to this setup which are more confrontational than you would have expected. But anyway, yes. Yeah. What's in here? I completely... I hope everybody's ready for another 3 episodes of me forgetting to voice act. Gnarly.
Oh, cool. We found ether so we can... I don't know, do crazy shit. I'm reminded, okay, we can go back up. There was a fortune teller, and
we were supposed to
went there earlier, and
it
was like, yeah. So, ooh. Oh my
God,
God,
do
Chris,
this, God?
it's you.
How can I help you today?
Oh, you're missing an eye.
Oh, he's got little pig candle holders.
I think we should definitely spend 100 gold on Read My Tarot.
Absolutely.
Ah, a tarot reading. Excellent choice. I'll be doing a somewhat simplified reading here.
I like tarot cards. I like kind of the whole tarot reading process.
We'll draw 3 cards to represent your past, present, and future. Now, who will this be for?
I think we need to bet on ourselves and do our own fucking fortune, frankly.
Oh, well, Alice...
God knows we need more direction. Because, again, I've said many times, our life choices are fine, but we keep stating them in a way which is very not affirming of our ability to get our shit together.
Alright.
Well, color me surprised.
Oh, we
You're a
surprised
fucking
the
fortune teller,
We weren't
asshole.
supposed to do that.
You don't seem like the type to want to know your fate.
What's that supposed to...
Please, I need complete silence. Behold, your mortal life lay before me.
I don't think that's
Past,
the right context.
present, and future, arise. For your past, the Magician. This card represents new beginnings. Giving things a chance to change your life.
Are you allowed to have new beginnings in the past?
Forever.
Oh, yes, you obviously are. Like, you're obviously allowed to have the card that means new beginnings, most traditionally in the past slot of the reading.
I guess.
You tried any new hobbies lately? Take any classes at the Learning Annex?
Yes, I learned classics at the Learning Annex.
Decide to start going into going to my bingo night at the library? I cannot read today. Oh my god.
Moonlight. The fortune teller moonlights as a bingo guy at the library. Oh, I just joined a guild actually.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
This is the thing about tarot readings. There always is something that fits with any given card. That's actually kind of why I
that's
think
generally
it's cool.
how it works.
Like, that's why it's cool. It creates kind of like a it like creates kind of a language and cipher to identify your own feelings about what's going on.
This card is generally a very good omen. It's an invigorating, fresh start for you. You should be very happy about this. Now for your present, the Hanging Man.
Yeah, no shit.
Is that what Allison says? Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I thought it. Yeah, motherfucker. I thought it was the Hanged Man. It is the Hanged Man.
No, it's the present card, therefore the present tense.
Yeah, but he's hanged. He's
The
been
man
hanged.
is currently hanging from a jungle gym.
Like, what the fuck is time anyway?
The Hanging Man represents wanting to do something without knowing how to. Or why. At a spiritual crossroads, if you will. Do you feel like you're at a crossroads, ma'am?
Well, from the smell in here, I think I was in a pizza parlor.
If only. Lastly, to represent your future, death.
Paid this guy 100 fucking gold to insult the smell of his fortune teller room. Okay, you know what? I don't like this anymore.
Death is fine.
Yes, death. The absolute, complete, and utter death of your current self, metaphorically speaking. Well, it's usually metaphorical, but you never know with you adventurer types. Or maybe you'll just dye your fur a different color. You'd be a whole new you. Well, there you go. You try something new, it flips your life upside down, and then death. Sounds like an adventure to me.
I don't know. I think you may have gotten some of those cards mixed up there, man.
Well, cool. That totally won't keep me up at night.
Need anything
That
else?
was, I feel the need to say, unambiguously a waste of 100 gold.
So you want to do it again?
I kind of, if he lets us, that's kind of funny.
Well, we can read Allison's.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Which was specifically the reason we came here. Was like, oh, Allison.
I mean,
might
what
like
are we
this.
saving our gold for?
I know, right? Like, so yeah.
Content.
Tarot reading. Excellent content.
We're just gonna do a whole episode where we just keep going through this and making Chris do all the dialogue.
Listen, this is a 100% completion, 5% complete run of Super Lesbian Animal RPG, okay?
I'll be doing a somewhat simplified reading here. We'll draw 3 cards to represent your past, present, and future. I assume this is just automatically Allison. Oh, never mind.
We do ourselves again.
I
think
feel like
that would just-
nothing funny is going to happen from us doing
No, we'll
that.
just lose.
No.
We'll just lose gold.
Yeah. All right, Allison, you're up.
All right, yeah, let's see how great my future's gonna be. Hope it's one of the cards with boobs on it.
Please keep your voice down. My girlfriend is trying to get some sleep upstairs.
There are stairs.
I did say sorry.
Couldn't actually-
I don't think
Mic
Josh-
I
not
couldn't
even-
actually hear
Did
you.
the mic not
Skyrim,
even
you're kind of
process that
quiet on
sound?
my end, so.
I heard
Hold on
it.
a
So.
second. Hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
In my infinite wisdom, something tells me you're going to write this off as nonsense the second I draw a card that's even slightly negative.
No, I've actually already written you off as nonsense. Richard Dawkins once said...
But I got paid either way, so I don't really care. Now
What does
then,
furry Richard Dawkins look like?
please
what-
don't ask for Richard Dawkins
What animal?
for art.
Richard
Please
Dawkins.
don't.
Richard Dawkins persona, please.
Now then,
Man
behold,
invented the meme.
Your mortal life lay before me. He did not invent the meme. He invented the word meme in a completely different context, and then it got turned into something else.
Yes,
The
but he came up
Podgene.
with it.
The plot delusion.
Past, present, and future, arise! For your past, the lovers.
Well, I have a feeling I know what that card's all about.
It doesn't necessarily mean romantic love, that's just the most straightforward interpretation.
Yeah, newsflash, every fucking tarot card is like that. It's part of the appeal, but it's also pretty funny.
It's about focusing on partnerships in a broader sense. But yes, it can also mean following your heart when it comes to romance.
I mean, that all sounds cool. I don't know if it's really my past.
No, this
I've only
is
been
about your
engaged for, like,
ex-girlfriend.
Couple months, and my last girlfriend is currently in an unmarked prison for what they attempted to do to the Capitol building.
A couple months ago is still the past. For your present, the Tower.
Isn't this a really bad one? No, Allison, no tarot card's really bad always.
Oh, this one can be terrifying. But it's just about how you roll with the punches. Perhaps literally, you adventurers have a habit of getting punched on the regular.
The thing I really enjoy about the Tower as a card in tarot is that it does have that kind of connotation of, like, chaos and upheaval and stuff. So, but, you know, a tower doesn't really represent those things, obviously. So every fucking illustration of the tower just, like, has the artist trying to put as much English on it as possible. Just, like, lightning bolts and, like, spooky shit going on in the clouds. Just, like, really, no, shit's going down at this tower.
I just like the lockpicking benefits it provides. The Tower represents a tumultuous period of great change. Things you thought you could rely on before that may be swept out from under your feet. These changes may or may not involve your dreams being crushed. Again, it all depends on how you respond to change. It's interesting to see this after the Lovers, though. The Tower can, at times, mean the end of a relationship.
Okay, you totally picked these cards out by hand just to mess with us, didn't you? No, Allison, you could just pick any 3 cards and do this shit.
Allison, you're not gonna kick me off of a tower and end our relationship, are you?
This just turns into Vertigo. If you remember, I foresaw this skepticism before we began your reading.
Turns into fucking Jump Night.
Finally, for your future, we have the Hierophant.
One of my favorite cards.
This card should be a little reassuring to you after that last one.
Why exactly?
The Hierophant is a card saying that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing.
So, like, here's the thing
What?
about the Hierophant. Is that, yeah, it can mean that sort of thing, but, like, more than a lot of cards, the Hierophant is just, like, very literally associated with what it's a picture of. Like, it's a picture of, like, a pope, and it's basically, like, the Pope card. It's just, like, you're super holy. Like, you are going to conform to your religious beliefs and to traditions.
But keep in mind, that means doing what's right for both yourself and those around you.
I'm not surprised that this game has an alternate Hierophant meaning, just in its back pocket. That seems appropriate, but that's like
how every single time that we have said the word Hierophant, we've all pronounced it differently.
Yeah, because this is the only context in which you have to say the word Hierophant right now.
Google says Hierophant.
Well, Google can fuck right off.
If I had to
makes
guess, I would say this. If I had to guess, I would say this means you're going to make the right call and spend more money at the local fortune-telling shop.
Oh, that was a waste of time. I know this is all fake, dude. If it was real, you'd be telling me about my sick future exploits as a legendary fucking hero.
Sorry, you're right. I forgot a card. It's the lesser-known 22nd Major Arcana, the bunny with the sword that nothing bad ever happens to, and also she finds a giant pile of gold.
We did actually just get Major Arcana, didn't we? We didn't get, like... Like, it's not a real tarot reading unless you just get like the Three of Cups or some shit. And then the person just got to be like, oh, Three of Cups, that's very numinous. Yeah. I don't even remember what the Three of Cups is. Oh, right, okay. Three of Cups is actually good because that one's like the party card. The Three of Cups is just like, let's all get slizzard.
Let's get slizzard at the local fortune teller shop.
Please do.
Allison.
Oh, see, now that's more like it.
Need anything else?
Give me a hint free.
If you'd like a hint, I would suggest checking my enchanted crystal ball. Need anything else?
Okay.
Okay.
Gaze into my
Don't be a
enchanted
stranger.
crystal balls and I shall give you a hint.
I'd like some advice on what I should do next.
Let me see. Yes, here we go. With my infinite power, the crystal ball reveals what you must do. Let me put it like this. Sometimes you'll find interesting things where you least expect it. They might be right under your nose. Or perhaps under your house.
By the way, if you ever need to know my one of the many cheat codes into getting me to be endeared to a piece of media, it's hokey, carnival, huckstery, fortune telly / mystical stuff in a horror context. So just like shitty tarot readings and like crystal balls and like Zoltan machines, but fucked up.
You should
But like
play,
not super fucked up. Should play?
Oh god, what's the name of that game? The Fear Factory game. I can't remember the name of it. Let me find it.
I
Hold
just
on.
entered Fear Factory game to see what this is.
Fabulous Fear
Joe
Machine,
Rogan
that's what it
shows
is.
up with some tarot cards.
The Fabulous Fear Machine. It is pretty rad.
Yeah. Anyway, Claire, what? Oh, this looks sick.
Oh, this isn't normal.
Why are my basement's walls covered in trash?
Sorry, Allison, I just sort of assumed.
I can assure you it's not trash.
I like the lights. They're festive?
How long have you been in my basement? What are you even doing down here?
Oh, is this bingo night? Is that what the scoreboards are?
Those are not scoreboards. Those are clearly... Listen, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. And I can answer those questions if you have some free time and think you're ready for something special.
Sure, what the fuck. I guess we're ready? What are we ready for, exactly?
Wonderful. All you need to know is that your basement is now the entrance to... a dungeon!
GEON.
Come on, that's fun.
I've set up a homemade dungeon.
What?
Oh dear.
See, as your new guild master, it's my responsibility to give you two a proper education when it comes to adventuring. Our previous attempts have been interesting.
Where does that door lead? The basement is already
The
bigger
dungeon.
than Allison's house.
But it was obvious we needed to start smaller. I needed a controlled, subterranean environment to really replicate that authentic dungeon experience in a more accessible manner.
Also, you better be blasting sabotage while you explore this shit.
And in case you hadn't noticed, this is the only house in the neighborhood with a basement.
Yeah, why is that?
Lucky you! So now your house has this cool underground labyrinth that we get to explore, together, as a team. It'll be so much fun!
Claire, just because you're my new boss or whatever doesn't mean you get to bust in my basement and do some radical remodeling.
Okay, first of all, you hardly use this basement. Let's be real.
This place is a rental. How am I supposed to explain this to my landlord?
I'm sure they'll see that this adds a lot of value to their property. Look at all this extra square footage.
Yeah, I'm still not still hung up on that point, by the way.
And where the hell did you put my stuff, huh?
It's around here somewhere.
I
may have I may have put it in hammer space storage or something. I don't know.
I may have lived in California too long to really grok this, but the idea of renting a place that has a basement and then attempting to use that basement is wild to me. To me, a basement is like a kind of like columbarium for things that you'll just never need again, but that you cannot bear to part with.
Do like homes in California even generally have basements? They definitely don't around here.
Oh, good God, no. Good God, no.
No, it's like all flood control and stuff. Like, you don't want a
Earthquakes
basement.
and shit, yeah. There's no basements,
Yeah.
no attics. It is a state of single-story homes.
No storage anywhere for any reason. Sheds, I guess?
You know.
Do they do sheds?
Yeah, they do sheds. I mean, if you have room for a shed, then yeah, it behooves you to have a shed. Otherwise, you basically just, I don't know, live a freewheeling lifestyle and move every year and never have stuff you need to store long term.
Yeah. I mean, we've all lived in geographical places like the East that have basements regularly. It's just around here, it's kind of nonsense. Nobody fucking has a basement.
I did grow up in a place that had a robust attic, which I frequently visited, and was scared of, not so much for the usual, like, ghost reasons, but mostly just because I was told as a child that every individual thing in that attic could kill me.
What about, like, split-level homes built into the side of a hill? Where, like, one side goes down into the hill, so it's kind of like a basement, but it also opens.
Did you live in
out
fucking
into the backyard?
Hobbiton?
No, it was the Midwest, but, like...
I guess that's the same thing, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Midwest and Compton are exactly the same thing.
No, he said Hobbiton, not Compton.
Oh, Hobbiton. I
Why
heard
did
Compton.
you think
I was
they
like,
said
why are
Compton?
you talking about, like, what the fuck?
I don't even know what to say.
I lived in a house that was built in like 1905 that had a basement and a barn actually, and the basement flooded every time it rained, which was super fun. We had a sump pump down there, but it'd be like you come down to get something out of the freezer that we had down there. It's like, oh, there's 8 inches of water. I guess I'm not going to the basement.
Oh, that sucks.
Any interaction or task that involves sump pump is delightful until you're actually doing it, at which point it becomes just about the worst thing you'll do all year.